AEW signing WWE stars is definitely not a secret. There's one signing in particular we've been following for a while, and today we have some major updates. My name is Ango, and on this channel, you know I bring you the latest wrestling stuff and give you my opinions. And I want to hear yours as well, so drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. In today's video, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, so we're going to keep it moving. But don't forget, subscribe. And I know my hair is getting long, by the way. I see everybody mentioning it, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I just always see comments about this now. So let's just get that out of the way. I'm growing my hair out, I think. I want to kick things off talking about Sasha Banks, one of my favorite wrestlers in WWE. Yeah, so if you guys didn't know, Sasha Banks was actually talking to NBC Sports Boston, and she was asked about Cody Rhodes, which this was actually really cool because it kind of led to some discussion about other AEW stars in WWE. When asked about Cody Rhodes' return, this is what Sasha Banks had to say.
Well, I wasn't backstage when he came back for myself. It's so cool. I am such a big fan of the Rhodes family. Dusty Rhodes has given me everything, laid the foundation for me. So to see the Rhodes back in WWE is so cool. Next, let's bring back Goldust. Let's bring them all back. Dean Ambrose, you want to come? Let's go. The more, the merrier. Let's do it.
Now, it's not very often that you actually hear WWE superstars actually talk about AEW. It seems to be the opposite. But with that being said, I'm really glad that Sasha Banks is one of the people in WWE who are openly talking about AEW stars coming to WWE. Look, guys, it's inevitable. People from WWE are going to jump ship to AEW. And truth be told, there's going to be people from AEW jump ship to WWE. And when it happens, you just have to accept it and maybe even pray that WWE doesn't mess it up. Guys, there's so many people in AEW that I want to see in WWE. And while I understand that the people Sasha Banks actually listed were her former coworkers, I was thinking more along the lines of like MJF, Jade Cargill, and Wardlow. I would love to see what WWE can do with them. Whether WWE would just stick to the same old formula or maybe WWE actually kicks ass in the creative department. I don't know. There's just something about it that intrigues me. And I think one day we will see more AEW stars in WWE. So that is all the reasons why you guys should subscribe to this channel, because as we get more updates, you know, I'll keep you updated. I know a lot of people are wondering what the hell is happening with Brock Lesnar. Is he going to be competing at WrestleMania Backlash? Is he going away? Is he going to the UFC, AEW? What's his contract? What's this? What's that? What the hell is going on with Brock Lesnar? Guys, Brock Lesnar is still in WWE, but it is confirmed that Brock Lesnar will not be at WrestleMania Backlash. As far as everything else, I wouldn't really pay any attention to it. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to Brock Lesnar, there's been talks on and off about him being injured at WrestleMania, and obviously WWE has been keeping a very tight lid on this conversation topic, but it appears that well, it's really nothing serious because, well, WWE just might not have plans for him. Dave Meltzer came out and said that Brock Lesnar, despite being advertised for WrestleMania Backlash, will not be at WrestleMania Backlash, and no reason was given why. By the way, is it weird that there's a pay-per-view called WrestleMania Backlash? I think so, yeah. Hey, really quick, by the way, I know I didn't mention it, but we do have a Discord server, and the link is in the description down below. If you guys want to join a community that loves pro wrestling just like you, the link is down below. Seriously, just click it. You won't regret it. We talk about wrestling, fitness, health, sports, gaming. We come together and enjoy all of the things we love, and we'd love to see you in there. Did I mention that the link was down below? If you've been watching AEW Dynamite or Rampage recently, you may have noticed that the former Impact Tag Team Champions, the Good Brothers, haven't been seen on TV in a long time. Well, today we have an update on the Good Brothers. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows could very well possibly become free agents in just a couple months because their contracts with Impact are set to expire. According to a new report from Fightful Select, it appears that the Good Brothers have not re-signed any sort of contract, nor has there been any sort of information as to whether or not they have discussed new contracts with Impact Wrestling. The deals are set to expire on July 17th, and very well could be a scenario in which maybe the Good Brothers actually leave for AEW. Now, if you remember, at one point in time, Gallows and Anderson were actually in WWE. Despite winning the tag team championships, they were never really pushed. They were never really a priority. And that's largely due to the fact that WWE's main roster doesn't really prioritize tag team wrestling. But on the contrary, AEW has a very bloated roster just as much as WWE did. The only difference is AEW truly prioritizes their tag team division. So I'm not ruling out any sort of possibility with the Good Brothers staying in Impact Wrestling. I also see them them coming to AEW. As time goes on, I will bring you guys the updates. But what do you guys think? Do you want to see them join AEW, or do you want to see them stay put in Impact Wrestling? If you are one of the people that watch my channel on a daily basis for pro wrestling news, then you know I have been following all of the latest information on Cesaro after he left WWE. While nobody has necessarily shied away from talking about Cesaro in AEW, it appears that this new report could very well indicate Cesaro has a future in AEW, and it could very well be happening soon. According to Slice Wrestling, it appears that AEW is very interested in bringing in Cesaro, and on top of that, Tony Khan believes that Cesaro fits the in-ring style for All Elite Wrestling. It's also believed that Cesaro could potentially be another key member of the Blackpool Combat Club, joining Wheeler Yuta, Jon Moxley, Bryan Danielson, and William Regal. Now, I have said time and time again, I am very excited about the idea of Cesaro joining AEW, but now that there's some sort of talk about him possibly joining Blackpool Combat Club, I want to watch very closely what he does within this group. And here's the reason why. AEW only technically has one mid-card championship belt. And while I love the idea of factions, I just don't want Cesaro to be another guy in another faction. So I'm really interested to see what kind of plans AEW may actually have for Cesaro in the long term of things. With that being said, I 100% fully support the idea of Cesaro going to AEW. And if you've watched my latest videos, you may have noticed that my mindset in regards to AEW signing talent has definitely changed. Obviously, with the acquisition of ROH, it appears 5 television shows can now make up a lot of time and a lot of room for these wrestlers. So I'm hoping AEW executes this well. I really hope that Cesaro does great things in AEW, but truth be told, there's no way to predict what's about to happen. But I do believe that this debut could be happening imminently. Let me know what you guys think. I want to hear from you on Cesaro joining AEW.